YouTube, Facebook. On YouTube, but Facebook takes ages because Caster's rubbish, or Facebook doesn't like Caster. Ah, yeah, there you are. I'm gonna give it a second. This is an unsubscribed live. This is a live. This is just me going live, unscripted, off the hook. Yeah, call me risky. I don't know if anyone watches, but I don't really care. I do care a bit. I want one person. Nin, can you watch? And I've actually I've had a nice day today. I finished my exams and I'm newly qualified, which makes me feel good. And so I had a little treat, didn't I? We had a Sunday roast, and with my Sunday roast I had a beer. So I feel cheery. But today, I'm talking some real shit. I don't care, Nin. I don't care that I swore there. Yeah, because I am. Some things that I need to say to you guys, and some things that some of you need to listen to. In fact, those people in my Facebook group, especially the ones in the Inner Sanctum, the special group, the family group, you probably don't need to listen to this quite as much as the other people, as the other folk. But I'm just going to give it a couple of seconds, guys, just to see if I do get more than one person watching. But I want to talk to you very briefly about health, okay? And it's the health in respect to today, okay, in respect to our modern lives, in respect to modernity. And I'm going to talk to us about us being Homo sapiens, from when we evolved to Homo sapiens to where we are now. This isn't going to be long. This is going to be 10-15 minutes, okay? And if you guys got any questions or want to chime in, that's all good. We can put that in as well, yeah? But I don't plan on it being any longer than 10 or 15 minutes, yeah? But I am what we consider health professional, okay? Now, in order to become a health professional, someone who was just say anything they wanted to be. They could be a banker, they could have been a farmer, they could have been a lawyer, they could have been a desk clerk, whatever they could have been. They can now probably go online and get a certificate that says they are a health professional, okay, without any understanding of what it is to be a health professional, without probably knowing what a Homo sapien is, yeah? So we're in today. Here we go, guys. We're here today. We are in 2020 in the midst of a pandemic, okay, a health pandemic. Most of us, I think over half the world's population, are locked down or curfewed in some way. There's fear and there's angst amongst everyone. The richest nations in the world have crumpled under the toll of the pandemic death. I just saw an article today, Christina, for example, where 100,000 people in New York have died. Yeah, was that right? Whatever. A lot of people, yeah. In the UK, we've got 50,000 of people dead, supposedly from the pandemic alone. And we've got people calling for their freedoms to be curtailed and locked up because of the pandemic. Yeah? Now, rightly or wrongly, I'm not even going to talk about that. That's not it. This is not going to be political at all. But what I am going to talk about is some simple facts of where we are. We're human beings, we're Homo sapiens. So let's go back. Let's go back in time, yeah? Human beings have been roughly, Homo sapiens in our form, not humans, Homo sapiens in our form have been around, I think, between 200 and 300,000 years. Long time. 200 to 300,000 years. All right? Doesn't mean anything to you, does it? Not really, because it's just a big number. Let's put that into terms, right? That's roughly 10,000 generations. 10,000 generations of human beings. Yeah? That's a bit bigger, isn't it? So if we go 10,000 generations of human beings, roughly 20,000 years ago, in the Middle East there was an agricultural revolution. Okay, so it stopped us from being hunters and gatherers. So that's 10,000 years ago, of that 200 to 300,000 years. 20,000, sorry. So 20,000 years ago, we stopped being hunter-gatherers. After 240,000 years, we stopped being hunters and gatherers and became agricultural people. Let's just put that into generations term. If it was 10,000 years ago, since 10,000 generations ago, since we became and existed, it's only 500 generations ago that we started our agricultural revolution. Right? So let's fast forward again. Agriculture, agriculture, agriculture. It's only, I've got it written down here, I've got to remember this, okay? Because the scientific revolution, the Renaissance, the great scientific and industrial revolution, 20 generations ago. The digital revolution, the computer revolution, 4 generations ago. Yeah? So, as you can see, for the vast amount of humans' existence, we have been hunters and gatherers. Overwhelming amount. Yeah? Even if we go from conservative efforts of 200,000 years old that we are, then 180,000 of those, we were hunters and gatherers. That's conservative. So we've gone from hunters and gatherers, let's just say we used to march, walk, or jog 10 kilometers a day, eat various foods. We used to eat meats, seeds, nuts, fruits, roots, yeah? And within what did I say? Within 500 generations, okay? So within 20,000 years, 2,000 years, we've gone all the way back, 12,000 years, we've gone all the way back to agricultural revolution, where we're growing grains, we're farming animals, where we're eating monocultured crops. We totally changed our lives, and then go back even more within the industrial revolution, just 20 generations ago, we're now sitting down or we're working heavy machineries. But then 4 generations ago, we're now on computers. Our body has not evolved, okay? Our body has not evolved to do it. So what's our solution, okay? That's what I want to get to. What's our solution? Our solution is gyms or personal trainers, yeah? Makes you feel good, doesn't it? And I'm a personal trainer, and this is why I'm thinking all the time, and I think about my job all the time. So I have my clients come to me, and I'm thinking, am I best serving their needs, right? That's my thoughts, you know? And I get taught. So I've been taught. When I did my, I've always been to sport. I've done sport forever. I've coached forever. I've taught forever. But when I had to pass a specific qualification, I remember the exam questions, and they're very specific. And that's what I'm taught. I'm taught how to teach you how to do a squat, or how to teach you how to deadlift, or how to teach you how to thrust a weight, or overhead push. And I've always thought, when people said, no, it doesn't feel right, and I've always thought, no, well, that's how you're meant to be doing it. How stupid is that? That it doesn't feel right, yes, but that's how you're meant to be doing it. So this is what gets me thinking about these things, yeah? So I am prescribed to you. You guys in an office, you're putting on a bit of weight, you're feeling unhappy, you're feeling a little bit stressed because you're cooped in a box all day. I don't know, I'm just taking an office job as an instance, but this can be rolled out across a whole plethora of careers. Yeah? You're having to work hard in unnatural circumstances, that is for sure. Yeah? You're eating in an unnatural diet, that is for sure. Highly processed probably, high in sugar, high in salts probably, high in the wrong sort of fats probably. You're not enjoying it, you're not seeing enough sunlight, so you're stressed probably. So you come to me, or you come to one of my fellow fitness professionals, and you go, listen, I feel this thing, I feel like I'm putting on weight, I feel a little bit weak, I've got a bad knee, I've got a little bit of a bad back, I get headaches quite often, my diet's not great, but I'm looking forward to my 2 weeks in Marbella next year. Yeah, my wife's good, my children okay, we don't go, blah, 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 yeah? And then I say to you, okay, good, mate, what I'm gonna do, I'll look after your knee, we're gonna do some squats, it's a crazy situation. How can I replace 200,000 years of evolution with 2 hours a week in a gym? How can I do it? I can't lie to you guys because I cannot do it. You know, I can't do it. And this is where we are right now. This is the problem where we are right now, because we're finding ourselves in 2020. This is May 2020, half the world locked down, scared to leave their house in case they get this invisible threat, which there are millions of. There's always been invisible threats. For the 250,000 years of human evolution, we've been battling, we've grown up with these invisible threats. Virus is part of our DNA. So it's now we're struggling with it because we're so unnatural. It's like a wood pigeon. A wood pigeon's a classic one, yeah? They roost in the middle of a town centre, yeah? And it's totally out of their nature, but yeah, they've made their home there, or an urban fox. That's exactly us. This is not our nature. Our nature isn't to do this. Our nature isn't to be confined and work all the time just so we get 2 hours in the gym, or we get our 2 weeks holiday in Marbella, or 3 weeks in Thailand. It's not good. It's not a good situation, is it? So this gets me thinking, right? This gets me thinking. What are the top causes of deaths in the world, okay? Heart disease, yep, check. Heart disease, diabetes, check. Chronic lung disease, check. Yeah, I could go on, yeah, I could go on. And got loads written down here. Strokes, kidney disease, cancers, suicide. These are the top deaths, right? These are the top deaths in our society. Yeah, there's some other ones which are not so easy to control, road deaths and stuff like that, and accidents. But these other ones are the top deaths in our society. Every one of them is man-made, and every one of those ones I reeled off to you is preventable. It's arguable how preventable with cancers. Some cancers maybe are not. Yeah, but every one of them is health-related in some form or another. What does that say to you? And I know that some of you will be sitting here, and it's maybe I can get people to watch this, but I know some of you will be sitting there going, but what are you going to do about it? Seriously, I put them through a good regime, and I try and keep them doing some real natural movements, some real good movements, to try and keep this theory going, okay, of natural movement. But a lot of you will just go, after this, will just switch off and go and eat a Mars bar. Or just go and eat some processed food, a nice bit of bread. And then you'll think, yeah, I'm going to train, but then you won't. Hard work. And then you get ill, and you have needles in you. I remember this, right? I was very briefly, I was a teacher, a PE teacher in a school, okay? And I remember the kids there, and I asked them, I go, guys, what do you eat? Tell me what is your favourite food? And they came up with favourite food. It's a classic scenario, what kids would say, you know? Ice creams, chips, yeah, chicken nuggets, spaghetti carbonara. You get my thinking. Yeah, classics. Classic what kids would say. High in fat, high in sugar, high in salt. Ticking all the boxes of your body, everything the body wants, right? So I said to them, guys, listen, think about food. I'm going to challenge them. You can't eat sugar for one day. You can't eat meat another day, just for a challenge. I'm not saying meat's good or bad, but I'm just saying you can't eat meat another day, and you can't eat salt another day, okay? Just see how you feel in different days, right? And they all struggled with the sugar day. They just struggled with the sugar day, and yeah, we have a high sugar thing. And I said to them, how did you feel? They're like, nah, I didn't like it. I go, of course you didn't, of course you didn't. But imagine this, yeah? Think about food as your medicine that you take every day, yeah? Stop you to stop you being ill. So instead of when you're like 40 or 30 having to have an operation or having to have, you've already prevented that. And that's what I have to say to you. That's what I have to say to all my clients. That's exactly what I have to say to all my clients. You know, exercise and food is a medicine to stop you getting ill, or it's a preventative thing. Yeah? Yeah? Does that ring a bell with anyone? So, I had to get this off my mind because I feel my role as a fitness provider is compromised. The way we're taught to make you guys fit is wrong. You can't do it. You can't do it within an hour or two in the gym. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't. You could get a lovely looking body, maybe a few more hours than that, but you could get a good body, and you could go damn sight further than if you didn't do anything in there. But you've got to change the way we've all got to change the way we think about health. Right now, and we've really got to. We feed our children like sugars, which is poison. We feed our children poison, don't we? All of us. All of us. In a minute, if you've got kids, in a minute your kid will come to you and say, can I go to the shop? Or have you got ice cream? Or can I have a cake? Or can I have something, blah, blah, hot chocolate? And you're going to go, yeah, all right. Or you're going to go, no, later. But they will get it. That's poison. So, this is what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. If you're my client, I do think differently, okay? So this is what I want you guys to do. Everyone I want to do. Keep on with your exercises, your prescribed exercises. So if you go to the gym 3 times a week, go to the gym 3 times a week. But in between things, okay? Remember, if we want to live how we evolved to live, yeah, then we need to be walking long distances, we need to be doing endurance stuff as well as doing strength stuff. We're going to be doing it all. Then we have to have a varied diet, yeah? We just have to have a varied diet. Remember this is a little bit of an unfortunate an unfortunate thing about evolution and about how and where we are today is that we were naturally selected on certain criteria. Okay, so one of the criteria was to be efficient with food, yeah, which means if we ate, we'd be quite efficient and get the most we can out of that. And the other one was to seek sugars, seek fats, seek carbs. Yeah, another one's to be quite greedy. These are all genetic callings that we programmed in over generations, which have succeeded in getting us here. And conversely, these genetic callings are what's a downfall of a lot of us now. Because we seek sugar, we seek food, we're greedy. Yeah, we've got to try and turn it off, otherwise it's going to be the end of you guys. It's going to be the end of us all. I had to say that. This is quite an interesting thing. I hope you guys are well. Is there any questions? No? Guys, have a lovely Sunday. Go and have a Mars bar. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.